Well, shit, what's up, y'all? It's your guys, Mark, and I'm back with another video. You feel what I'm saying? Today's video, as you see from the title, is about the truth about masculinity. You feel what I'm saying? This this video basically is gonna be about how I feel like people have a misconception of masculinity in both forms. You feel what I'm saying? And how people just kind of pervert masculinity. And I'll speak on I'll touch on femininity too, but I'll make that a whole separate video. But in this video, I really want to touch on masculinity the most. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, you feel what I'm saying? Y'all like, comment, subscribe on the video. Y'all share it with y'all friends and all that. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all go check out my merch. You feel me? Come on, merch up. You feel me? Y'all know what's going on. Merch up. Zalo merch. Y'all know what's going on. But yeah, with that being said, all right. So like with masculinity, bro, like I just I feel like people have a false like a misconception of masculinity because people like let me clean my camera off real quick. I think people use the term toxic masculinity to as a kind of gaslighting term, and I also think that a lot of men, especially older men who grew up in a certain time, have a certain perception of masculinity that's false. You feel what I'm saying? Like, okay, example, people be talking about masculinity and this and that. Okay, when most people when they say masculinity, they think you're supposed to be a man, you're supposed to act like this. Like you can't have no curve, you got to be straight up. You got to walk like this. You got to do. You feel what I'm saying? You can't have any like the version of masculinity that especially like older black people try to perpetuate across the nation, across our community. It's a version of not expressing yourself. You feel what I'm saying? It's a version of shutting down your spiritual energy, shutting down your animation, shutting off all that, and just being like almost like a soldier and straight up. You feel what I'm saying? Like example, standing like this, they're gonna say that's not masculine. I'm just making a stance. But if you go to these African tribes and stuff that have not been touched by um corrupted human civilization, they do certain things that men over here would say are not masculine, but those men over there are much more masculine than these men over here. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like the men over here has fake masculinity, a false sense of masculinity. They do certain things to compensate for their lack of masculinity. You feel what I'm saying? Like example, they think being in touch with your emotions is not masculine. They think that you feel what I'm saying, dancing is not masculine. You feel what I'm saying? Things that don't necessarily dictate masculine or feminine, they have a perception that that if you do this, it's not masculine. So they have you got to be a masculine man, you got to shut off all your emotions. You can't dance, you can't have no expressions like that. You can't really love like that. You feel what I'm saying? It's just a whole bunch of things shut down. You kind of just turn into a robot. You feel what I'm saying? You have to stand a certain kind of way. You got to stand like this. You feel what I'm saying? You got to, you feel what I'm saying? You got to look a certain kind of way and do this and do that. Can't wear too many colors. It's because you feel what I'm saying? Can't wear no rainbow clothes. You can't wear pink. You feel what I'm saying? It's like that ain't real masculinity. You feel what I'm saying? When you get to the basis of masculinity, it's an energy. It's an energy of productiveness, of action. You feel what I'm saying? Femininity is receptiveness, and masculinity is action. So to put it on, okay, I ain't gonna go to science. I'm gonna go simple. To put it into perspective, to where y'all can see the woman in the house is gonna say, "Hey, y'all kids, get in." She gonna put out the order. Y'all kids, get in before the street light come on. The man in the house is gonna enforce that order and gonna make sure the kids inside the house before that time. You feel what I'm saying? So masculinity is just productive energy. Feminine, femininity is just receptive energy. You feel what I'm saying? So femininity is just receiving things. And then you can output a command. We all have a balance of masculine and feminine energy. So this perception that to be masculine, you got to stand like this, legs spread. You gotta have a hunch back a little bit. You gotta just be a certain kind of way to be masculine. And if that's not real masculinity, that's false masculinity. And also this toxic masculinity that they say, they confuse actually being a man with toxic masculinity. These women, they try to use the term toxic masculinity as when men are being men. You feel what I'm saying? But in reality, Toxic masculinity lies in men and women. And toxic masculinity is when you or it's unnecessarily moving force to control things or to force a certain outcome. You feel what I'm saying? Like an example of toxic masculinity is when you talking to a woman and she get upset and she start yelling and cussing at you. That's toxic masculinity. You feel what I'm saying? Or when she start doing certain manipulative things to try to control something. That's toxic masculinity. You feel what I'm saying? You using your masculinity in a toxic way. That's toxic masculinity. Like example, I can use my force in a good way or a bad way. I can use my force to stop somebody from hurting themselves, or I can use my force to make somebody do something they don't want to do. That's toxic. The first way is not toxic. The second way is toxic. You feel what I'm saying? We all need a balance. Okay, I think the version of masculinity that men perpetrate today, it lacks balance. It doesn't have the essence of masculinity and femininity. It just has pure masculinity, pure external and no internal. You feel what I'm saying? Like we are humans. We need to feel. We everything that they associate with not being masculine is things that we have to do as humans. Feel things. Dancing is nothing dancing does not emasculate you. Wearing clothes does not emasculate you. These are all false concepts that have been generated by people who lack things internally. When you see people trying to try to speak with a deep voice and try to walk with a certain kind of way and do all this, they're overcompensating for the lack of internally. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a masculine man, bro. I'm one of the most masculine people that you will meet. I'm a divine masculine man at that. But I do not have to overcompensate for lack of. So you see me being myself and doing what I do. I wear the colors I wear. I talk how I talk. I walk how I walk. I dance. I do whatever I want to do. I stand how I stand. I sound like this sometimes if I want to. You feel what I'm saying? It don't make me any less masculine because my masculinity shows in my essence the way I move. I'm productive. I get shit done. You feel what I'm saying? My masculinity protrudes in my essence. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, just go through your life and just observe people. Observe how people act and what they think is masculine. You feel what I'm saying? And how people portray these roles that are really toxic. How people use their masculinity to their advantage when when they think they're using it to their advantage, but it really causes them a disadvantage. And I understand that people grew up a certain kind of way, but just because people grew up a certain kind of way does not mean that this way is beneficial to anybody. You feel what I'm saying? Because in reality, the ways that people are moving is holding themselves back. You as a being, you being over masculated and have a certain perception of masculinity is holding you back as a being. You're not expressing your true self. If you look at the greatest people on this earth that we can see, they had a balance of it. Look at Michael Jackson and Prince. Though two of the most feminine men. Prince is way more feminine, but two of the most feminine men. Women love them. They are more masculine than most men. Masculinity is confidence. Confidence ties into that, having the confidence to do you and say what you want to say and express. That's masculinity expression. The sun is a masculine figure. The moon is a feminine figure. If you look at the sun just shines unapologetically. The sun, they just say, I'm going to shine like this, and I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to go like that. And you feel what I'm saying? The sun is not fucking robotic. You feel what I'm saying? Let me stop playing. You feel me? But the sun ain't doing all that. You feel what I'm saying? The sun is motherfucking shining. You feel me? But with that being said, I'll probably on another video. I don't even feel like doing this. I want to go dance, bro. I don't even feel like doing it. I want to go make my tea and dance, bro. Cause that's really what I was supposed to come on here and be doing stuff as I was making my tea. Supposed to be talking as I'm making my tea. God damn, tea got dark as a motherfucker. That tea got dark as a motherfucker, bro. Hold on, man. Let me see if I can show y'all this. Y'all can't even see it. That motherfucker got dark. This shit look like maple syrup in it bit. Dang. I fried it. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching this video. You feel what I'm saying? I love y'all. Truth, love, do all peace and holy. Y'all go check out my merch. You feel what I'm saying? Stay true to yourself, stay righteous. Big my eye. I'm finna make another live and I'm finna just be dancing on that bit. Really. Got all these fucking tea bags. I got 4 tea bags in here because I had made 2. I put 2 in here at first, and then I overcooked them motherfucker. Then I had to come back and fix it. I had to come back and boil steam some more. I overcooked them, all the water was gone out of them bitches. Now that's some good taste. I can't relax. I don't know how that turned out when she hit in the track. Watch this though. I'm finna get a little ladder.